up and welcome guys, my name's Luke Martin with ChopstickTravel.com and today we are at Wenhua which is Wenhua Night Market here in Chiayi City. Admittedly, this isn't the best night market for food. It's more of a shopping and hangout place right downtown Chiayi City. But I'm going to show you the best spots to eat some of the best foods here at the Wenhua Night Market. So I'm getting hungry. Let's go see what we get up to.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the first thing you are going to notice when you are here at the Wenhua Market is the stall selling a type of shawarma, but they call it a Sha Wei Ma. And this is the Taiwanese version of very popular shawarma, obviously. So we've got the bun and then some nice like rotisserie style chicken and a whole piece of tomato and then a couple different sauces, one of which I think is mayonnaise, and then the other is like sort of like a ketchup. And I'm not going to lie, I've actually purchased 6 of these at one time, and we often frequent this stall. So let's try this out here. Okay, yeah, that is the taste that I love, and that is why we always come back. And actually, Sha Wei Ma is really popular all over Taiwan, and we've eaten it in a couple different places, and this is certainly my favorite stall to have it. So it's like a little sweet from the mayonnaise, and it's got like a little bit of a tangy flavor from that other sauce, but really it's the chicken and the tomato that make that so good. And also she sprinkles it with some black pepper, I believe, as well. Oh, yeah. As I mentioned, this market isn't the best for food, but this place certainly makes up for that. And this is a stall selling Noodle, which is beef noodle soup, and we've got a big bowl of it here, so let's check it out. So of course we have some big, nice, bouncy looking noodles, and then the like kind of a clear but brown, really beefy aroma broth. And then we've got big chunks of beef, of course. These are huge chunks of beef, and that's one of the reasons that this spot is so good. So some green onions, and then an interesting ingredient you don't always find, that is the big chunk of sliced radish. So that looks really good. And let's try this out. I'm gonna start with the broth first. Whoa. That's actually surprisingly flavorful. It's extremely beefy flavor, and it's actually quite like clean. It's a smooth broth, and I can taste sort of like maybe some cinnamon or like star anise. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's try these noodles next. Oh yeah, these look like nice bouncy noodles. Oh yeah. nice and firm, definitely not overcooked. And those do a good job at like containing all the beefy flavor of that broth. Okay, let's try this beef out. Huge chunk here. I'm just gonna put the whole thing in. Okay. Whoa, that is ridiculously tender. Completely saturated with all the broth flavor. Wow, that's what makes this spot so good. So correct me if I'm wrong, but this is an ingredient that I don't commonly see in beef noodles, and I think it's radish. But like I said, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna try it out. Oh, whoa. Ridiculously soft, and again, it's just completely soaked up all of the flavor of the broth. This is an awesome bowl of beef noodles. This is such a comfort food, and really this has got to be one of the maybe top 5 classic Taiwanese foods, the beef noodle soup, and this place does it right. At our next stop today, and this is pretty much my favorite place in all of Wenhua Market, and this spot serves a very famous Taiwanese dish as well called which is a oyster omelette, which is up there with beef noodle soups for the top classic Taiwanese dishes. And the interesting thing about this restaurant is by day it is a shoe store, and you have to come, I think it's around 9 p.m. and they start to close the shoe store and it turns into a fish restaurant. And this place is legendary. It is an institution. Prices are a little bit high, but the quality and taste reflects that. Besides oyster omelets, this place is also famous for lots of other dishes, and one of those is its fried milk fish. So it is shallow fried in quite a bit of oil, and we just got ours and it looks awesome. So it is also served with a lime. I'll squeeze a little bit of that on. Oh yeah, definitely need some lime juice on there. Just soak that. And let's break off a nice piece from the middle. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. It looks so crispy already. Okay, I'm gonna try this piece. Oh man. You can taste that. That is so fresh. Oh, that is so good. Super crispy on the outside, like golden brown crispy. And that lime juice just brings it up a notch big time. That's good. So our oyster omelet has arrived, and every spot does it a little bit differently, and this one looks really fluffy, like they use quite a bit of egg. So the way they make it is using a potato starch. They fry up some oysters first and then use the potato starch as a batter mixed with some eggs and then just some green onions, and then it is just completely soaked in this tangy orange sauce. So let's try this one out. I'm gonna break off a piece. It's usually quite gooey on the inside and crispy on the outside. Oh yeah, I can feel that super gooey from that potato starch. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, I don't think I have an oyster, but we'll try this out anyway. Oh yeah. That sauce is actually a little bit sweet, but also quite tangy. But other than that, it just tastes like an incredibly well done omelet. But let's try to get to the center and get some of those oysters. So I think, yes, there's some oysters right in there. Oh yeah, I think I've got 2 oysters here. Oh, it's really gooey. Let's try that. Very, very subtle seafoody flavor, and not much at all, really. And it's so gooey, it kind of just like slips down your throat, and it's all coated in that tangy sweet sauce. This is a good spot, and they are famous for this dish for a good reason. Unfortunately, a lot of the stalls and restaurants have actually closed because we waited so long for this fish restaurant to open up, and you can see behind me it's still quite busy, but we're gonna keep looking and see what else we can find. I'm not sure if there's too much open though. So unfortunately tonight was a little bit of a bust. We didn't get to go to all the spots that we wanted to because we stayed really late for the fish and oyster omelet restaurant, but I'm not disappointed with that. It was awesome. Definitely something you should try if you come to Wenhua Market is the dohua. Apparently the dohua is very good. I've actually never tried it. We were really hoping to tonight, but it was closed because it's so late. But we decided to finish off the night with some fresh seasonal fruit and vegetable juice. There was tons of things in here. Carrots, avocado, pineapple, banana, lots of things. So let's just try it. Oh, that's so good. So refreshing. That's super creamy too. And there's some chunks of ice. I can definitely taste quite a bit of watermelon and a little bit of carrot too, actually. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, it's more of a shopping and kind of hangout and sort of sample some of the normal Taiwanese night market snacks. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe because there is tons more coming. Stay tuned for some big announcements, and I will see you next time. Thanks.